Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today people, I'm going to do a preview of the Arsenal against Chelsea match happening today at Stamford Bridge and what we might expect, what the key areas of contest are going to be in terms of the matchups, the player battles out there, and ultimately how I see the match going. So it's obviously a big match, people, big game. Arsenal second in the league, level on points with Spurs, Chelsea in 11th place, and they have been a little bit better than their position suggests because a lot of the games that they've played, they have been the better team in terms of expected goals scored, and they've also had pretty favourable stats in terms of expected goals against. So the points tally that they've accumulated doesn't exactly reflect the dominance and superiority that they've had in a number of matches. Arsenal, we've also started the season very strongly, and that's been more reflected in the table. Chelsea's reasonable start hasn't necessarily been reflected in their position, but with Arsenal it has. We've again been the better side in most of our matches, and we're coming into this game off the back of that Manchester City win. And I'm hoping, people, we can build off that momentum on the other side now of the international break. In terms of the team news, I think Arsenal should have a relatively fit roster of staff available for the match. Obviously, Jurrien Timber is a long-term injury absentee, but hopefully Bukayo Saka, Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Martinelli, Thomas Partey will be available for selection from the start, and that will obviously enhance Arsenal's prospects, our ability to potentially control the match and cause Chelsea the maximum amount of problems when we do attack. So how are Arsenal going to shape up? What will our lineup look like? So Raya, you would expect, will retain his place in goal. He has been good, I think, since he's come in. There have been one or two jittery moments, like the couple of kicks that went astray against Man City, but generally speaking, I think he's looked pretty assured. He's looked commanding on crosses. His distribution's been excellent as well. He's picked out the attacking players with these long diagonal passes. So I expect Raya to keep his place. Then the back four, I'm thinking it will be Ben White on the right, Gabriel Saliba in the middle. That's been such a solid partnership now for so long. And Zinchenko, I think, a left back, because I believe he will allow us to maintain that control-based style that we often bang on about when it comes to Arsenal. I think he's very good at receiving the ball, keeping possession, moving into spaces, and helping to assist with the construction of our forward moves. In midfield, I would probably go with... Now, this is tricky because we haven't yet seen Thomas Partey and Declan Rice play as a central midfield combination in the Premier League. So, would I go for that combination? I think I would. I think I'd have Thomas Partey sitting in the number 6, and I'd move Declan Rice into that number 8, more box-to-box role that he played against Man City. Then, further forward, obviously, the captain Martin Odegaard playing in that number 10 role. Out wide, I'd love to see Saka, Martinelli, and then Jesus up top. However, if for whatever reason, let's say Saka wasn't quite able to make it, I'd probably shift Jesus out to the right and play Havertz up top, because I think he showed quite an impactful contribution. He demonstrated his qualities when he came off the bench against Man City and assisted that goal for Martinelli with a wonderful cushion pass, allowing Martinelli to come onto the ball at exactly the right point and score that goal. So that's why I'm hoping people will see in the starting 11. I think Arteta will go with something like that. Maybe he'll play Jorginho instead of Partey. Maybe he'll play Vieira instead of Jorginho and have Rice in the 6. Maybe he'll play Havertz instead of Jorginho and have Havertz as the 8 with Rice sitting and Odegaard further forward. So it's going to be interesting, people, to see how it goes today. I do think Chelsea are a dangerous proposition. I watched their match against Fulham a couple of Mondays ago, and they did look strong. They had a lot of synchronicity and flow and cohesion in their midfield line. They had Caicedo, Enzo and Gallagher really combining well. There was a high energy, high quality feel to their play. They were very much pressing high, but when they won the ball, they were able to break quickly and orchestrate these attacking moves with well played through balls. And Mudryk looked lively that day. Sterling came off the bench, looked strong, and obviously Sterling's in sparkling form, having scored those 2 goals against Burnley in their previous match. And yeah, they're going to be strong, people. I do think Chelsea are looking good, and they're at home. They're going to be motivated. They're going to want to give Arsenal a little bit of a reminder that they're still around in terms of a London rivalry. But having said all that, people, I do hope and expect that Arsenal will pick up these 3 points. I just feel like we're in such a lovely rhythm at the moment, a great vein of form, and we're picking up wins in a very efficient manner. And I expect that system and our quality to shine through once again. In terms of the score prediction, people, I'm going to go with 3-1 to the Gunners. I think we might have a 2-goal differential in us in terms of a margin of victory, but all will be revealed and we'll see how it goes. Okay, people, I'll be back on the other side with a match summary, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts. How confident are you from an Arsenal point of view that we can go to Stamford Bridge and get the job done? For me, I'm quietly confident. I'd give Arsenal a 70% chance of winning this one. Maybe that's me being optimistic, but I genuinely feel like we've got it in us today, people, to get the win. All right, people, I'll keep the dialogue coming, and I'll catch you on the other side. Yeah, peace, love.